Okay, hey, back again. Mike Woods, Superintendent, Hennessey Public Schools. I think pretty soon I will quit introducing myself because I'm sure it's got around now that I am the superintendent here, and you won't need to hear that every time we come to the video. What I wanted to do is take a few minutes to address the groups of questions that we've been getting, and please keep sending the questions through email or through the Facebook site, the Facebook page. I had kind of a historic moment. I made my first Facebook post, and when I hit send, it popped up and said Angela Avila and didn't even have my name on it. So my first Facebook post was a bust, but I'm working on it to try to make that better. So what we're going to do is answer questions. Keep sending those to Jack, send them to me, send them through the school email, whatever mode you have available. Just keep sending us the questions. We'll try to put everybody's mind at ease because this is a very stressful time. I tell everyone it's kind of like we're killing the patient to treat the disease. I know the parents are frustrated, the kiddos are, I know the teachers and administrators are here as well, but we're working through it. If you know that we're all in this together and we have the same goal is to get your kids back in school as quickly as possible, we'll work through it all right. So again, I want to start addressing some questions. First, the one that's probably been the biggest question overall is no, I am not Brad Pitt's first cousin. I do appreciate that you acknowledge the resemblance, but there is no family connection there. Secondly, the Chromebooks. I said, well, the kid's going to get Chromebooks. It's not quite as simple as it sounds. So there's a couple things that we have to deal with. I think eventually, if things stay the same, that's the direction we are heading. But right now, all the chargers for the Chromebooks from the 6th grade down are installed in charging carts. So we'd have to uninstall all those chargers to be able to send them home with the kids so they could charge their Chromebooks, or we'd have to buy new chargers to send home, and there's nobody that's going to have 600 to 800 chargers available to come off the shelf and send to us now anyway. So we have the problem with the chargers we have to deal with. And then how do we provide tech support? You know, I've looked at Lather and Todd up with some Crisco so the coronavirus wouldn't stick to him and sending him out, but I just don't think that was a real viable option either. And remember now it's hard enough when he's covering 3 different buildings on the campus, much less he covers the entire district. He'd have to be able to engage in time travel if he were to be able to do that. So we got the issue of tech support. And then how would we distribute them? Are we going to have people come by? And then are we going to sign them out? There's just a concern about how we would get everybody in and out of the building, again, without exposing everyone to the coronavirus. So we have to be cognizant of how we get things in and out of the building. I believe the last stat I heard was that Rona could live on a hard plastic surface for 72 hours. So we have to be considerate of that. And then once this has passed, how do we retrieve the Chromebooks? How do they come back sterilized and disinfected and in working order and all those things we have to be concerned about is once the threat of the coronavirus has passed, how do we address those Chromebooks at that point? So again, if you have some thoughts, you have some more questions about the Chromebooks, again, please keep sending them and we'll keep trying to address them. And I pass everything you send me on to the principals so they can take advantage of your thoughts and your suggestions as well. The other thing we're working with right now, because again, from now till April 6th, there cannot be any direct instruction. That's on the directive from the State Department and Superintendent Hoffmeister. So what the teachers are working on right now is how do we address every level of internet access that's out there? And I've kind of broken it down into 4 levels. The first level being no internet access and everything would have to be paper and pencil. With maybe watching a video off of OETA. They're going to start broadcasting, but we have to teach to the standards still, no matter what the delivery mode is. We're still teaching to the Oklahoma PASS standards, and so that's not the right name anymore, PASS, but that's how I remember it. But so then the next level of access would be students that would have maybe a smartphone and the capacity to watch a YouTube video or a Facebook Live presentation and then answer questions in a paper pencil environment as well. Then the next level would be those kids who have better access but that could participate maybe in a Facebook Live and ask questions through Facebook Live back to the teacher, and the teacher could respond by monitoring on her laptop, their laptop or their Chromebook as they're teaching the lesson. And the final level would be the kids that have access to all the internet speed they need, and they could participate in a full Zoom class and answer all their assignments online. So we have such a variety of internet access that we're working through. How do we deliver the standards-based lessons to every level of internet access? Then some other things that I know are of interest is we are still not allowed to let folks back into school. There are situations, if there's a reason, you can contact your principal, and they have been allowing limited access back into school buildings for medication, something that you might need out of your lockers, some things like that. But again, contact your principal and visit with them, because again, we're very anxious to work with you guys to get what you need and when you need it back in your hands. So contact your principal about getting in the building if you need to have access. Again, that's by appointment only as it is right now. So don't just show up thinking we can get in, because everything is locked up. Another situation that we were concerned about as administrators has been the need for our school counselors to be available to our kids, whether they have some issues they are dealing with personally, or whether we're talking about their graduation requirements so they can get into college next year. The counselors are still available. If you'll email them, they can respond to any questions you have. Brian Wright with ATS has extended the school's contract to their offices, and if you go to All About Hennessey or the Hennessey School website, you can see where it tells what their contact information is and how you can still use their service. Even though it wouldn't be in the school, it would be at their offices in downtown Hennessey, as opposed to being out here in the suburbs, but you still can have access to Brian Wright and ATS. And I guess probably the final thing is, if you haven't signed up for meals, please do so. If you have signed up for meals in the last couple of days, you're on the list. You don't have to do that anymore. But please let people know that the meals are available. I think we sent out 405 individual meals today. Then that would account for about 810 different meals of lunch and breakfast. And so we're getting pretty good at it, quite honestly. We haven't tried to do it with roller skates or anything brave like the Sonic folks do, but we do get out and we get the meals out in a hurry. And if you need a meal, you don't have to get free and reduced lunches. You don't have to be anything but be a student or a child 0 to 18 years old and living in the district, and you qualify for a free meal. And they're good meals. We've had pizza, we've had fish sticks today, so we're very conscious about the different diets. But again, sign up for the meals. Is that still available on All About Hennessey's website? Jack is nodding his head yes, and I'm sure it's still on the school website. Or if you have a question, call up and we'll send you the link. But again, I guess that's about it for me this trip. So if you have questions or concerns, thoughts, suggestions, please send me an email. Post it on Facebook, on the school Facebook way, or I guess you can still do it through All About Hennessey as well, and we'll get it that way also. So again, I appreciate y'all paying attention and listening and helping out. Thank you very much.